Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you to all my new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. Like I mentioned in my last video, my channel is small. I'm just a small little YouTuber, but I do really appreciate the support. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications so you know when I do put out a new video. Thanks for all the support on my previous videos, commenting and everything like that. It's really cool to interact with people who share the excitement for the Snyder Cut and everything going on. So thank you. So I want to talk about something that has just, I think it was on a lot of people's minds leading up to the theatrical version of Justice League, just because of certain things that were in the trailers, but it never, obviously a lot of things didn't happen in the actual movie so that we got. And so I think now, though, that we're getting the Snyder Cut, I definitely think it's a possibility again. And that is that we will see, this is a theory, fan theory, that Supergirl should be at the history battle when Darkseid first invaded Earth. And we've, of course, seen glimpses of this in, well, we did have a history battle scene very briefly in the theatrical version, but of course, in the theatrical one, Steppenwolf invaded at that time, not Darkseid. But we know that Zack Snyder's original intention was to have Darkseid. He invaded all those thousands of years ago when Green Lanterns were involved, the Amazons, the Atlanteans, when they were still above water, the gods, the old gods. So I mean, it makes sense for Supergirl to have been involved in that battle because, of course, no one has ever forgotten about the open pod in Man of Steel when he finds his ship, the scout ship. When Kal-El finds it, Clark, there's an open pod intentionally shown and made obvious to the audience. And I mean, so many people have asked Zack Snyder about that, and after Man of Steel or BVS, after one of the two, I think it's after Man of Steel, there was that there was like a comic continuation, or there was like a comic that was made that was like based on the Man of Steel, Man of Steel, and they showed that pod was Kara Zor-El, Supergirl. And I mean, so we got that, but then when people ask Zack Snyder about it, he kind of talks around it a little bit. And even at the Man of Steel watch party, when they announced Zack Snyder's Justice League, he's still kind of like, he sort of answers it, but he doesn't at the same time. Like, usually he's very direct with his answers about things, but that he kind of like leads to interpretation. He kind of just like, oh, that's open, it's a possibility, I've left it open as a possibility. I wanted to have this open pod in the scout ship to leave, sorry, my hair's over here bothering me. To have these possibilities of, it being Supergirl or another Kryptonian. But that was, on Earth at the time, back then. However, in Man of Steel, they state pretty specifically how long the ship was in the ice for, and it's about like 18,000 years. Then in, Justice League, they also state like however many X thousands of years ago Darkseid invaded Earth. And I think the thing that makes it the most like obvious that she should have been there is that in one of the first trailers we got for Justice League way back when, we hear the voiceover of Steppenwolf, who we now know was talking to Darkseid. We hear this, we don't hear Darkseid, but we hear Steppenwolf telling him that, no lanterns, no Kryptonians, no protectors here. Like, we're going to be able to, this world is going to fall, and it's going to, just like all the other worlds that we've invaded. I think he says no lanterns. And we know that there were lanterns at that battle. So why would he say no lanterns, no Kryptonians? We know there were lanterns there. Why would he say no Kryptonian? Like, there had to have been a Kryptonian at the battle for him to say that. It only makes sense. And who else? It's not Superman, obviously. What other Kryptonian would have been on Earth at that time that would be fighting to protect Earth? It only makes sense that it would be Supergirl. Now, there was a really cool fan theory that came out a while back, which I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard about. But, I mean, I've always thought that, yes, Supergirl was supposed to have been there, but who knows what could have happened to her. But when I saw this fan theory, like, it totally blew my mind. And if it happens to be true, I think it's going to be awesome. This fan theory is stating that Supergirl was at the battle and that she got, like, somehow defeated or captured by Darkseid and his army. But they took her back to Apocalypse, and she is Grail. What? Oh my god, like, that makes so much sense if that happens to be true. If not, fine. But oh my god, that would be such an awesome thing to do. Like, oh my goodness. Because she has to have been there. Why would Steppenwolf, why would they really know about, like, Kryptonians? Well, they might know about Krypton, the planet, but if he's referring to the battle that took place all those thousands of years ago on Earth, there wouldn't really be a reason for him to mention Kryptonians if there wasn't any here to, you know, or involved in the battle. Oh, man. Like, but like I said, if that fan theory comes true, that they captured her and took her back, and he's now, like, made her into Grail or a version of her, oh my god, y'all, that would be so freaking epic. And I definitely see Zack Snyder doing something like that, because we know he loves to do, like, epic reveals and twists and things, and, you know, push the limits and take risks like that. That would be awesome. That'd be really awesome. So regardless, I do hope, regardless if that fan theory comes true or not, I really do hope that a lot of us have assumed that Supergirl was there. So hopefully that ends up happening. Oh man, that'd be so awesome. Because also people were coming up, putting these pieces together that Grail is supposed to show up, like she was, like, secretly cast in the movie because of I can never remember her name. Stefania Butina, I think is her name. Pictures that she had with the cast in London during the time of filming. And she didn't end up in the movie anywhere, in the theatrical version. And so people started speculating that she could have possibly been cast as Grail. But, and which would still be cool, you know, even if it's not like Supergirl, he turned Supergirl into his Grail or whatever. Either way, I'm still convinced that Supergirl had to have been there. Or a Kryptonian, like, but like I said, Zack Snyder is very intentional with things that he says, or like pieces of dialogue that they write in, then choose to include in the trailers. Things that they, like Easter eggs that they choose to put in these movies that we've had so far. He's very intentional. So, speaking of Easter eggs, there's some cool Easter eggs in the scene in the teaser for Zack Snyder's Justice League. In the scene where we see, it's like the Knightmare looking scene where, you know, the Justice League, the Hall of Justice is destroyed. Of course, the Earth is destroyed. There's the Omega symbol. There's some cool Easter eggs floating around in that rubble where the Hall of Justice is, and we see Aquaman's trident. Wonder Woman's shield is broken. There's a Joker card that flies in front of the camera. There's a image of Thomas Wayne, which I didn't see that one until today. I didn't see it myself. My husband sent it to me. He caught on to the Joker card and the trident like the first day that the teaser came out, which I didn't see at first. And then later on, we saw someone else point out in their reaction video Wonder Woman's Shield. Oh no, it wasn't a reaction video. It was the video of a bunch of the YouTubers that had a panel with Zack after DC Fandom. They pointed out Wonder Woman's shield being broken. And Zack Snyder said there's a bunch of good stuff in there, a bunch of good little Easter eggs. So I'm sure as people keep watching the trailer over and over again and like pausing it, playing it in slow-mo, whatever, people are going to pick out more bits and pieces of cool Easter eggs in there. I think it was Dave the Film Junkie who tried to ask, well, he did ask, he tried to get an answer, is there a Green Lantern ring in there? And Zack kind of just like, you know, how he'll laugh things off here and there that he doesn't want to give a direct answer to. So I think that's probably a good that's probably a valid assumption to make. But yeah, just a bunch of cool things that we, you know, like I said, Zack Snyder is very intentional with what he does, so hope to see Supergirl at that battle or something. Like, anyway, I could go on and on about it, but I am very excited to be making videos again surrounding Justice League, and this time it's the true vision of Justice League that we're going to get. I can't wait to have all 4 hours. I'm pretty sure all of us, like, if they do a weekly release schedule for the 4 episodes, I'm pretty sure all of us are going to be watching one episode for an entire week until the next one comes out. And then watching like both of those for a week, and then, you know, it's just going to be awesome. And it's also going to be available now in Asia, HBO Go, their HBO platform that's available in Asia. It's going to be available there as well. And I believe like people are still kind of trying to figure out if it's going to be available in India, because we know those are huge markets as well. So yeah, that's good news. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Again, thanks for all the support. Tell me what you think. Do you think we're going to see Supergirl or some other Kryptonian in the history battle when Darkseid invades for the first time? And what do you think about that Grill fan theory? I think it's an awesome fan theory that makes a lot of sense. Whether it's true or not, it's really cool to think about. So again, thanks for the support. Have a good week, and thanks for watching.